Hi there, this is Sean Sweeney. This is going to be a quick how-to on using Feedly, which is a great tool for being able to see content all in one place. Specifically, if you're going to follow any blogs written by SLPs, including mine or the other great bloggers that are out there, um, it's sort of a waste of time to navigate to those blogs individually to read them, and you're much better off and you're given a lot more tools if you use a tool like Feedly to view those blogs. So Feedly is replacing, well, people are choosing it as a replacement for the tool called Google Reader, which is going away as of July 1st. Google is retiring it. So I'm going to bring you through some steps to using Feedly. So when you first go to Feedly in a browser, it will ask you to install an extension. So it might say install for Safari, or when you're in Chrome, it's going to have you install it as an app. So in any new tab that you open up for Chrome, you get your apps that you've installed if you use them. And if you go here to the web store, this would be where you can search for Feedly. It's Feedly, like this, and install that. It is free. So once it's installed, it has this look and feel of having a sidebar, etc. So it really feels more like an app. If you are a current Google Reader person and you've subscribed, say, to the SLP Blogs bundle that I have on my site, a conglomeration of blogs, you would click Import Your Google Reader, which is right here. And if you're that would bring in all of your subscriptions that you already have. That's going to be important to do before July 1st, or else you'd lose the opportunity to do that. Feedly will remember and keep all of your data and your Google Reader data after July 1st. It's gonna hang on to that, so you can transition seamlessly to using Feedly. But if you wait till after, you wouldn't be able to. Now, the Google Reader SLP Blogs bundle will stay in your feed if you've used it all of this time, and after July 1st, that's not a resource that's going to be available to new subscribers to it. So anyone who's viewing this for the first time and you've never subscribed to the SLP Blogs bundle before July 1st, you can go up to the link on my site that says SLP Blogs bundle and follow the directions there to subscribe to those 70 or so blogs written by SLPs. Everyone else, so if you're brand new, you're just going to go log in, and it asks you for your Google account. So a Gmail would do in this, and then you say accept. You're going to let it view basic information and manage your data in Google Reader, even though Google Reader is going to be going away. Okay, and that will be fine there. So I'm going to go over to Feedly in Chrome, though, just to show you a little bit of what it does. So Feedly shows you all the blogs that you have followed in one place. So if you go over to your sidebar here, what we're looking at is you can see my little organizational folders like apps and education, and the SLP Blogs bundle as well. But also you can just have things be uncategorized here as well. So to actually go through and view any of the feeds, you click on it. So I just clicked on Cult of Mac. There are different ways you can view the feeds so that you can get more visual information if you like. You can get some thumbnails there, which are just taking a second to load. Or you can just you can view them as a list. But if you're using Feedly on your computer, that's the web-based Feedly, and I'll show you in a few minutes how to use the iPad app. But on the web, it's important to know this keyboard shortcut, or some of the keyboard shortcuts. You can actually get those by typing a question mark. It will show you what the keyboard shortcuts are. Google Reader used to do that too. So that would be Shift and the key with the question mark on it. It will show you those. The important one is the J and K. That's the one I use the most in Feedly. So if we were to go, let me go back over to one of the feeds that we got here. We've got App Advice. I haven't read this one for a while, so it's got a lot of stuff in it. But I'm going to click on the first post just to see what the headline is. And to go to the next post, I will type a J on my keyboard. And it goes right to my next one. J brings me to the next one. K brings me to the previous one. That's why J and K are important. Another piece that's important is with each post, you can see here under the title, you've got a variety of ways to share the post. So that's one of the terrific things about using an aggregator like Feedly is that you can tweet the post, you can add it to Facebook, you can email it to a colleague. These features help you sort of curate posts and keep them in your account if you want to take a look at them later. So the bookmark icon lets you save the post for later, and tag lets you add a category. So I could look for apps that are about sports and call this sports apps, okay, and create that tag. It's now tagged that way. And both your saved for later items, if I click here on save for later, that's where I would get to them, and the actual tagged items are going to be in your sidebar then after that. So you can always go back to see the ones that you have tagged and saved for yourself. As you read items, you can see I've got, with App Advice, 108 unread articles, but if I go J, okay, it goes down to 107, 106, 105. So it actually kind of lets you go through them and keep track of what you've read and haven't read, is one of the other powerful things of using an aggregator like this. So to add content to your Feedly, you're going to go into your sidebar and do Add Content. So when you click on Add Content, this is a place that you can look up a particular blog by its title, which doesn't always work. If you navigate to a particular blog and go to the URL of the blog, that's the web address, that's a better way to add it in Feedly. So I'm going to go to the All For My Child blog here, which does have a feed, and if I highlight that and copy it and go over here to Feedly, I can enter the URL, press return, and it will find the All For My Child blog and add it to my feed. Now I can add it to SLP blogs just like that. Okay, and because this one has a wacky title, I actually want to retitle it. And then click Add. So that's how you add a blog to your Feedly, and then it will be here in your SLP blogs, which is where I added that one. I named it All For My Child. Okay, so I'm also just going to show you briefly the app for iPad, which works much the same way, but it's all touch-based, which makes sense. So the Feedly app is free, and it's available for iPhone, iPad, and they do have an Android version too. So when you use Feedly, you'll sign in the same way. You'll sign in with your Google account, and it's very similar. So if you tap over here, it's got a little bit more color to it. If you tap over here, it shows you your different collections, and you can tap on that collection to do that. You can make collections in the app or on the web tool. down here is where you add content in the app as well. So what I saw over on the what I showed you on the web tool, you would do here to search or add a new blog to your app. And with the app, what you're going to do to view things, I'm just tapping on this particular feed, tap on one of the posts to view it, and you move from post to post in the app by sweeping to the right or sweeping to the left. Brings you back to the previous post. And all of the tools I had mentioned before, such as adding tags or sharing to various places, are up here. So I just save that for later. If I want to tweet it out, I can tweet right from here as well. So just as a last thing to mention, since I had forgotten to show that, if you want to put your feeds into folders, which you don't need to do unless you follow a lot of stuff, you would just go to over here in the sidebar to organize, and here's where you can create your categories. So if you wanted to create a category, let's see if I can find one about books. For example, I could drag these two in here. And then add other ones to this books field. So that's basically how to use Feedly, and hope you find that a helpful tool as you move into the summer. It's a good way to do some professional development on your own by reading some blogs about interesting new stuff. And this SLP with Blogs bundle, as I mentioned, is going away, meaning you can't make a new subscription to it if you're viewing this after July 1st. But I will make a blogs list on my blog so that you could see those, use that as a resource, and just add the blogs through the add content feature here, or the add content button. Thanks a lot.